traveling brahmachari now and preaching the glories of Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita as per the teachings of Srila Prabhupada. And he graduated from a very prestigious university in India called the Indian Institute of Technology. Um, and he also completed his master's in quantum physics from University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign. But the most glorious thing about him is that he is a devotee of Lord Krishna. So the knowledge of Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, which is transcendental, that is what his most important glory is, because he is a loyal follower of Srila Prabhupada. So let's welcome Prabhuji by loudly chanting Hari Bol 3 times. Hari. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Jay Lakshmi Mataji and Damodar Madhav Hari. Keep confusing with Damodar. Madhav Hari Prabhu for inviting me to the battleground. We'll sing a bhajan. Today is Dasara. So we'll sing a sweet bhajan about Lord Ramchandra. You might know this bhajan. Ramachandra Raghuveera Ramachandra Ranadhira Ramachandra Raghuveera Ramachandra Ranadhira Ramachandra Raghunatha Ramachandra Jagannatha Ramachandra Raghunatha Ramachandra Jagannatha Ramachandra Mama Bandho Ramachandra Jaya Sindhu Ramachandra Mama Bandho Ramachandra Jaya Sindhu Ramachandra Raghuveera Ramachandra Ranadhira Ramachandra Raghunatha Ramachandra Jagannatha Ramachandra Raghurama, Ramachandra Parandama, Rama, Ramachandra Parandama, Ramachandra Raghurama, Ramachandra Parandama. Ramachandra Mama Bandhu, Ramachandra Daya Sindhu. Ramachandra Mama Bandhu, Ramachandra Daya Sindhu. First line we'll do after me, and then rest of it we'll do together. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna. Welcome all the devotees. Today is a very auspicious day, Dasara. the day when the 10-headed Rakshasa called as Ravana was beheaded by Lord Ram on the battleground of Lanka. So yesterday we were discussed about Portland, Rameshwaram. Today we are at the battleground. And Madhav Hari Prabhu and Jayalakshmi Mataji have chosen this little distanced place of battleground as per our Krishna Keshavu to make it into cattle ground. And they have 3 wonderful children. What are your names? Gaur Govind. Hari. Hari Das. So as we came, they were all alone, but they were not spacing out. They were not their mobiles or other things. They were wonderfully singing kirtan. So that was a very pleasing sight. 3 young kids not fighting with each other, not spacing out here and there, but wonderfully singing kirtan. So it's wonderful. So Lord Rama and Lord Krishna and so many of different forms of the Lord, they come again and again for essentially 5 reasons. And if you know why does the Lord come, then it will make these pastimes more relevant and we can understand them better. So the first reason that you said, why does the Lord come, is that to make us understand His greatness. Prabhupada used to say, people say God is great, but in the Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, we understand how great is God. It's just not sufficient to say, I have money. More important is how much money you have. Anyone can say, I have money or I can sing. But how well can you sing? Hare Krishna. Want to fix something?
No, done.
So, God is great. But how great is Krishna, we understand when he comes and performs his pastimes. Else, no, we will not understand. As Krishna, no, he lifted the Govardhan hill. He didn't go to any, no, say all these fitness classes, all this muscle building, no gyms. He just, without, there is no Vrindavan Gymkhana. But just offhand he lifted. And if anytime you see anyone who is lifting weights, their head, their face, no, is very intense. All the blood is comes in onto their face, and it's almost as if their face will explode now. So much pressure they had to put. But Krishna was no having the same very smiling expression. Sometimes some say, other weightlifters when they are lifting the weights, it's as if they are constipated. But when Krishna is lifting Govardhan Hill, he is enjoying. He is in a very relaxed mood. And most weightlifters, when they lift the weights, no, they can't lift for long. They have to in few seconds. But Krishna was lifting for 7 days, 7 nights, easily. And the two, no, they have to put all their strength to lift. But Krishna, just at the tip of his left finger, pinky, he lifted effortlessly. So when Krishna comes, when Lord Ram comes, he shows his greatness so that we don't avajananti mamuda manushim tanumashritam. That foolish people think that I am like another human being. And but in Lord's pastimes. So what are the proofs in Ramayana that Lord Ram did something superhuman? Yes, the children killed Ravana. Ravana was so powerful, no devatas could approach him. In fact, it is said in some commentaries that he was so powerful he had employed all the devatas in his home as staff. Indra, Chandra, they all were no used to cut vegetables in his kitchen. He was so powerful. Nobody could conquer him. Yes, any other proof? Any other story in Ramayana?
A good Varnaro, he unsettled the ocean.
He unsettled the ocean. Yes. He lifted Shiva's bow that could not be lifted by anyone. He lifted it. Yes.
He killed 14,000 Rakshasas.
Yes, he killed 14,000 Rakshasas. How much time you know?
1.5 hours.
Yes, 1 to 1.5 hours. He killed 14,000. Very super strong. Ravana had deployed his army. Like now, US has deployments different parts. So Ravana had deployed his army in Chitrakoot, and all that army was destroyed by single-handedly. Only Ram, not even Lakshmana. You know why? Like, because in all battles Lakshmana takes part, but in this battle, Lord Ram said, "Lakshmana, you know," because there was a discussion between Sita and Ram before this. And in the discussion, Sita was saying, "Why are you carrying this bow? That we have come here to leave everything. Why are you carrying this bow? And you know, if you carry the bow, you will have a tendency to kill, and also it makes people fearful. And where are you protecting? There is no need for any protection." And before that, when Sita had to come to Sita was wanting to come along with Lord Ram. Lord Ram was saying, "Don't come. Forest is very difficult place to stay. It is not that there is a nice house where we don't know where we'll sleep, where we eat. There will be mosquitoes. There will be forest, these wild animals. So it will be very difficult for you to stay. You are very delicate." So Sita was arguing, and finally Sita, no, she said that maybe you don't have the no confidence that you'll be able to protect me. So it was like no, Sita was, of course, it was to make her come along with Lord Ram. So it is said that so when this was happening, when Karadushan, all these demons had come, Lakshman told, "You protect Sita, and I will alone vanquish all of them," because he wanted to also impress upon Sita that I indeed no have a purpose to use this bow. I can use this bow, and I can single-handedly protect you. So that's Lord's greatness in killing 14,000. Any other superhuman activities in Ramayana? Yes, that's done. Ravan Nirambar killed. He revealed Ahalya. He relived. He know that Ahalya was cursed to be a stone, and then he touched her, and then she came back to life back again. Yes, none of us can do that. Yes, Gaur Govind,
It's
right?
like, yeah, he destroyed 7 huge trees in one arrow, and he also destroyed an entire mountain with that same arrow, and it brought to all the 7 lower planetary systems, and then came back to his quiver.
Right.
He killed Vali.
He killed Vali.
He killed the deer.
Marich. Don't say that in America. Our God killed a deer. They'll ban. They'll ban us. But most, no, all these are very. He built a bridge across the ocean. He made stones float on the water. Anybody been to Rameshwaram here? So there you can see the stones still float. The name of Ram is written and they still float. So the greatness of the Lord is understood when Lord Ram comes, when Lord Krishna comes, his avatars, and he does his pastimes, the greatness of the Lord is revealed. Along with the greatness of the Lord, these pastimes in Ramayana, Mahabharata, Bhagavatam, they are very close to our human struggles. They carry great relevance to our struggles that we go through in our life. And this one of the teachings of this whole episode of getting banished is that in this world everyone is treated unfairly, including God. So don't expect that if you are a very nice person, you will get nice treatment. Even if you are the nicest of the persons, like Lord Ram, there will be someone who will envy you and they may be unfair. But if you take it well, then ultimate result is that there will always only be more auspiciousness, more service, more contribution to society. So Ram's life sometimes, especially Sita Devi, the struggles she went through, uh, they we can very well connect to our struggles. So they are very great, relevant, and also helps us to appreciate how surrendered our Lord's devotees that no matter what happens, they don't give up their dedication. Jatayu, at the cost of his life, he did not let Ravana escape with Sita. He said that my life is not as that important as protecting. And in protecting Mother Sita, even if I lose my life, doesn't matter. So when we see devotees like this, Jatayu or Guha or Bharat Maharaj, our appreciation for them increases. Because if the Lord is there and we don't know about devotees, then if Lord Narasimhadev is glorified because of Prahlad Maharaj's life. So therefore, appreciation of devotees, to appreciate devotees also improves, and it also corrects our trajectory. If we are going in the trajectory like Ravana, no, lusting after or wanting everything that we see. Sometimes when children are taken to Walmart or anything, parents have to be very careful which aisle they take them through. If they take them to the wrong aisle, then your credit card will be billed more. They'll want everything that they see. Recently, I saw, uh, my brother stays in Chicago. So what he does is he takes the kids to the aisle where the all the this toys are there, and then the kids play there without paying for the toys. for 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour. And when they get bored, then he brings them home. I'm sure sooner or later they'll realize Indians' way of having the kids play with toys without paying for them. Did any of you know this? In Chicago, it's a common practice. They take their children to the Target because it's so huge. Nobody comes to check what's happening in the aisle. And they're also packed in such a way that you can still play with them. So, to correct our trajectory, Ravana, don't be like Ravana. Don't be like Vali. Like, just because of one mistake, you banish him, you misunderstand, and you don't give a chance to, for the other party to get back and or to clarify. So, to correct our trajectory, Lord Krishna, they perform these pastimes. And also, it establishes a very strong connection that by hearing Shinvatam Swakata Krishna, that when we hear about Krishna, then our attachment, our attraction, our sambandha with Krishna becomes very intense. Scriptures say we are like lost child of a millionaire. Prabhupada tells this story that that a child who was a big multi-billionaire's kid, he was lost, or he was having a fight. This story is also there in another form in the Bible, the prodigal son. So this child who is now lost, he cannot experience full shelter till he comes back to his father. But say some friend of this or somebody sees, oh, this child seems to be hungry, and he gives him some sense gratification, something to eat. He'll be there, he'll be no, happy for a while, but after that again he'll get hungry. Or somebody may come, and give him some toys, something to keep his mind engaged. After a while, he will again. How long will the toys? All the kids. There is no toy that a kid can play for continuously for 3 years, 4 years. Within few months, the kids get bored with one toy. They want another toy. So different mental tricks are there. No, we are distracted with some sense gratification. Without Krishna, we try to enjoy some sense gratification, or we use some mental tricks, some kind of hypnosis or this or that, all this motivational theories to keep us motivated, inspired. Or there is superficial religion. No, you do yagya, you do things so that you are comfortable, you are happy. This is called as SMS, sense gratification, mental tricks or motivational tips, and superficial religion. Like there is religion, there is some kind of thing, but it is very superficial for very no just to for society, to show to the society that I am also dharmic, or just so that your home is protected. You do this yagyas, but the only way the child will truly be fully sheltered is when it connects back to his father, to his parents. And that's the reason why the Lord comes. And the Lord says that I come not because of karma. Namam karmani limpanti, name karma phalas priya. That the Lord is not bound, because it is not that he is having some bad karma, therefore he is suffering, he is banished into the forest. The Lord is uh, coming here to show how to behave in different situations and what is the true purpose for our life. And when we do that, then we can follow and experience Krishna's love ultimately. And what happened? So we'll just go through the whole story of Ramayana in short. So Ramayana, no, these are the different places, different pastimes happened. Ayodhya, the Lord was staying in Ayodhya, and then from Ayodhya, no, he went to Prayag, and then Varanasi. Then from Varanasi, he went to Prayag. From Prayag, he went to Chitrakoot. Here it shows Chitrakoot and Nasik are different, but they are no. Yeah, Chitrakoot is little in the middle. And then from Chitrakoot, he came to Nasik, and it was in Nasik that Ravana had come to kidnap. Chitrakoot is in Madhya Pradesh, in the middle of India. It's quite dense forest, and and the sages there, because it is very close to Ayodhya. Bharat had come to meet him there, and now that everyone knows where is Lord Ram, uh, someone or other was coming to take darshan of Ram. So Ram wanted total seclusion. But no, what is the point of me coming to forest if everybody is coming to the forest? So he thought that I'll go deeper into the forest. So from Chitrakoot he goes to Nasik, Panchavati, and that's where he Ravana comes to kidnap by the uh, false advertisement of Surpanaka. And then Hampi was a place where Sita Devi dropped her belongings. And then Rameshwaram is that point from where Lord Ram built that bridge in Sri Lanka. And these are the places. So in Ramayana or in any of the Vedas, there are three aspects: Sambandha, Abhideya, and Prayojan. Sambandha means to connect to Krishna. Abhideya means to follow the correct process. If we are doing anything wrong, to correct it or to follow the correct process. And Prayojana is the benefit, is the carousel that we get. And in Lord Ram's Leela, there are three cities that are very prominent: Ayodhya, Kishkinda, and Lanka. And today, I just thought we'll see what is the 10 differences that are there in these three different cities and what we can learn from that. So, Ayodhya, Kishkinda, and Lanka. It is said Ayodhya is a place where there is high sensitivity among in relationships, and people are very cultured. It is Valmiki Muni, when he writes about Ayodhya, he says that Ayodhya is such a great city, but it has two faults. Two faults. The two faults of Ayodhya are that Ayodhya, in Ayodhya there is no uh, beggars. Nobody gives any charity. There is no charity given because there are no beggars. He says it as a fault. And basically there are no homeless people wandering around. Everybody is well situated. And in Ayodhya, nobody has latches in their doors, or nobody has doors in Ayodhya because there is no thievery. America, no, we have to have multiple. Once in Dallas, I went out of one devotee's home, chanting, and they started to have huge sirens burglar alarm. And then they told that some of these burglars have these radar machines that can detect gold in 1 mile radius. So they take these machines and they go around the houses, and they can detect in whose house there is gold, and then they plunder those houses. But in Ayodhya is a place of culture, Sanskriti, that there is no disturbance. But just one person ruined the whole thing. Who was that? Mantara. Kishkinda is a place said to be inhabited by monkeys, vanaras, where they are not totally bad people, nor are they totally filled with goodness. In Ayodhya, everyone was good. Only one person happened to be having this envy, Mantara, and she, in turn, infected Kaikeyi. But in Kishkinda is said to be a place of Prakriti. Prakriti is where people are looking like humans, then they have their good sides and bad sides. Sugriva, Vali, all of them, they have both sides. And Lanka is a place of Vikriti, where that the whole consciousness is that how can I enjoy? It is not a place where you are wanting to serve. It is a place where each one is thinking, why did Surpanaka come to tell Ravana, you are without Sita, you are nothing. Yeah, Sita is the most beautiful, because it is said Surpanaka wanted to take a revenge on Ravan, because Surpanaka's husband was killed by Ravana. Ravana owns brother-in-law, he killed him because he didn't obey some. There's a story, and Surpanaka was a widow till since then, and she was looking for an opportunity who can kill, who can take revenge. So then she plotted this whole, and she came and she glorified Sita Devi, and she said, Ravana, you should have her, and for your sake I went, and now my nose has been cut. So so-called no uh, concern for Ravana, but it is filled with her own benefit. So that is a place of Vikriti, vultures. Prabhupada says one story that sometimes vultures, when they are on the ground, on the top, they curse an animal who is on the ground. May you die, because they want to come and eat that vulture, eat that animal. And Ayodhya is said to be, it was full with farmlands and rich natural resources. You may know this story that when there was a drought in Ayodhya, for 11 years people didn't even knew that there was a drought. So much natural resources was there in Ayodhya. And Kishkinda is a place that there are no farmlands, but it was not as beautiful as Ayodhya, but still it was quite beautiful. And Lanka, where there is no natural beauty, only gold, concrete, buildings, gardens, and pleasure spots. It was all artificially constructed heaven. Lot of gold, which was all looted gold. And so it was not natural beauty, it was glaring beauty, but it was not natural. One devotee of Prabhupada, she was a film actress, and after she became a devotee, an article had come with her, with her being as a film actress, and then her being as a devotee, in a sari and thing. And this article was taken to Prabhupada, showing that Prabhupada, they have written that how her life has been different now. And Prabhupada, he called that devotee, called that Mataji and said, so which of these photos are you beautiful? The photo was before, where there was so much, as a actress, Hollywood actress, she was lot of makeup and very good hairstyling and all that was there. And the other photo was she was, doing some service. She was in a sari. There was no makeup. And Prabhupada asked her that, in which of these photos are you more beautiful? Usually, people do makeup so that they can look more beautiful. And Prabhupada said, externally, this particular photo where you are filled with all this uh, artificial things looks to be beautiful, but the real beauty of the soul and real happiness, although you are looking elegant in this, you are not looking happy. But in this photo, where you are doing what you feel natural, serving Krishna, in this photo you are looking more beautiful because you are happy. So what gives true beauty? When we are actually internally happy. So when we are internally happy, then the face blooms. Therefore, in I think some place in Australia, so when devotees were going across this traffic, I said, "Hey, you guys are glowing." So when devotees, through practice of Hare Krishna, when they become happy, then they look more beautiful. When devotees put on Kantimala, their beauty very sublimely, they become more beautiful, not attractive in the wrong sense, but more beautiful. When they put tilak, even more beautiful, because it's the true beauty of the soul that starts to come out, taking shelter of Krishna, accepting that I am a servant of Krishna. But when there is no that conception, then all that is there is, show bottle. There is a lot of show to try to show beauty. So Lanka was filled with lot of gold, but also was filled with fear that if you don't follow, then you will be killed. Ravana's way was my way or the highway. If you don't follow my rules, conducts, then you can't stay. Bibhishana, he no, he what he made him go out of the country, or he himself went with Surpanaka's brother, wife, husband. He killed him. So anybody that didn't listen him, you get out. Then third difference between Ayodhya, Kishkinda, and Lanka is that the principles that were followed in principles that were followed was that Yajasva. Yajasva means they were regularly performing sacrifice, they were doing charity, they were taking initiation, surrendering to a guru, doing tapasya, and offering their life for the dharma. In Kishkinda, they had principles that they were following, but sometimes pleasure was more important than principles. Like the story of Sugriva. No, there was a 4 months halt before they could go to find Sita. So Sugriva, he forgot his vow and he started to enjoy. So principles were there, but they were forgotten. And in Lanka, what were the principles of living? Piba, normal, eat, drink, and be merry. Piba means drinking, that boozing or getting intoxicated. Even in nowadays, not nowadays, if in a party, of course, in devotee circles, we don't have drinking of all these intoxicants. We avoid that, but we drink the holy name. We drink Charanamrit. Sometimes Charanamrit also is quite intoxicating. But in anywhere, recently one of our devotees child, not devotee but a pious family child, came to America to study at NYU, and all our friends who came from Bombay, they all started to drink. And this family was asking this girl, did you also start drinking? Be honest, because I. And what did her mother tell her? That before coming, she said that, see, when you go there, drinking is very natural. So at least tell me when you start to drink, I'll tell you which ones to drink. Mother is telling the child. But because she is a devotee, she didn't touch any drinks. And but in a Lanka-like society, drinking vihara, no, recreation, going out, ramaswa, to enjoy, bhungshwa, eat, uh, and also loot others' property. All these become the principles of life in Lanka. In Ayodhya, who was the most honored and worshipped? It was Ramachandra. Lord Ram was, everybody loved Lord Ram. Even Kaikeyi loved Lord Ram, but because of Mantara, Kaikeyi's superficial, for some time she forgot her love for Lord Ram. He was the jewel of Ayodhya. And the jewel of Kishkinda is, I went ahead, is Hanuman. And the jewel of Lanka is Vibhishan. According to us, not according to the residents. And in Ayodhya, Ram was given more priority than Aram, means comfort. Ayodhya were ready to accompany when Ram was leaving to the forest. So when Ram was wanting to go to the forest, Ayodhya didn't say, we are very comfortable here, please come back after your term. They left Ayodhya, such a comfortable place, to go and live with Lord Ram. And in Kishkinda, Ram and Aram, living comfortably and wanting to be with Ram, were both hand in hand. Sugriva was given this promise that if you support Lord Ram, you will get your wife back. I'll defeat Vali. So many people take to bhakti because of the promise of their problems being solved. And because their problems will be solved, they'll get Aram. Therefore, they want to change the name of Ram. Ram hai to Aram hai. And Ayodhya Vasis is that Aram ho ya na ho, Ram chahiye humko. We are not worried about whether our life becomes comfortable or not. We want Ram. And in Lanka, for them, sense gratification is so foremost. They thought there is no need for Lord Ram. That In fact, this Ram is the cause of all our not having a Ram. Therefore, kill Ram. Remove God from the picture, then there will be peace in the world. So they wanted to kill Lord Ram and still live comfortably. And that was their belief system, that we don't need Ram. We only need Ram's energies, Sita Devi, and sense gratification, enjoying was the main thing. So association of the Lord was a priority in Ayodhya. In Kishkinda, association of the Lord was based on mutual help. Bhagwan, like in some temples, people say, if you fulfill my desires, then I'll give you 10 times more. If you don't fulfill my desires, then I'll not come to you. So they have a like partnership deal, like Sugriva. And they Lanka consciousness is where they think, if I go to God, then no, my Sunday is gone, my Saturday is gone. I'll lose all my time. They think that their peace of mind is gone. So that is the fifth difference between these three cities. Sixth difference is that in Ayodhya, all the residents have their senses controlled. They are called as Jitendriyas. In Kishkinda, sense control is fluctuating. Sometimes they are sense controlled and sometimes they are not sense controlled. Sugriva, he was with sitting in with Lord Ram on that Rameshwaram, and suddenly he jumped to Lanka, and Lord Ram was wondering where is Sugriva. But Sugriva, he felt such a anger, he just jumped to Ravan. And as Ravana was decorating himself, he saw that something is being sprayed on him. Somewhere some water drops are coming. He was not able to find out from where. And then he saw a small little monkey. Sugriva became a small little fly like monkey. And he was spitting on Ravana. And then when Ravana tried to catch him, then again he went back. And when Ram asked, where were you? He said, I went to spit on Ravan. So Ram said, what is the need to spit on him? No, I felt such disgust, such anger. So Ram said, you need to be controlled. You have to think tactfully how to defeat. It's not by spitting on Ravan he's going to change. And you are the king of this, you are the commander of this entire army. You can't be so whimsical. So sometimes we have that such tendencies, whimsical tendencies. So Kishkinda is an example like that. And Lanka is where they are controlled externally, all the devatas, but they didn't control their senses. They were Indrajit, but they were not Jitendriya. Indrajit means one who has even conquered Indra. But Jitendra means one who has conquered his internal senses. So people may acquire a lot of things outside, but when they don't conquer their mind, their senses, then they fall in the Lanka consciousness. Seventh difference is that due to good association, Kaikeyi soon realized her mistake and repented. Yes, Kaikeyi did make a mistake of banishing, but very quickly she understood that, oh, I made a mistake, and she was repenting. In Kishkinda, Vali was not repenting. Vali made a mistake, and only when he was killed, he repented for the mistake that he did. And Ravana, in spite of telling so many times, Mandodari, so many people counseled. There are at least 7 or 8 people who counseled Ravana that why didn't you give up? Even one of his brothers called as Mahiravan. There's a story in one of the Puranas that Mahiravan stays in the lower planetary systems, and once Ravana, just before this war, he went to get some funds to fight the war. So Mahiravan said, no, there is a mountain of gold. There is, you can carry as much as you want. So Ravana went there and he saw this, no, huge mountain of gold, and he tried to take it, but it was so heavy he was not able to lift it. He was trying with all his, no, efforts. No, you know this story. He tried to lift Kailash, and Shiva got so annoyed that he crushed it. He crushed he, Ravana's fingers under the Kailash, and because he was wailing so much, he was crying so much, that he got the name Ravana. Ravana means one who cries himself and one who makes others cry. That's what Ravana means. जो खुद रोते रहता है और दूसरों को रुलाता है. So he was trying to lift this huge gold thing. He was not able to lift. And then Mahiravan came and said, "So, are you able to transport this? Take this?" So I'm not even able to lift. Able to lift. How can I take this? And he said, "Do you know what is this?" In previous one of the lives, Lord Narasimhadev had appeared to kill a demon called as Hiranyakashipu. And when Lord Narasimhadev was killing Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyakashipu's earring fell. And this mountain that you see is Hiranyakashipu's earring. And you are not able to lift Hiranyakashipu's earring, and the person whom you are trying to kill, Ram, is the same Narasimha who had lifted Hiranyakashipu along with the earring. Took no rip him apart. So what chances do you have to win this battle? But no matter how many people told him, he didn't get corrected. He didn't reform himself. Therefore, what is the difference between a bad person and a good person? When both may make mistakes, but a bad person, when he makes mistakes, let me show you that slide. When a bad person makes mistakes, he rejoices in the mistakes that he makes. He beats up somebody at school and he comes and tells mother and father, "You know what I did today? I I no bet that person." So when you make some mistake, you rejoice in that. So if you rejoice in the mistakes that you make, then you are tagged under a bad person. Not just rejoice, but also rationalize your mistake. That you say, "I didn't do any mistake. Why did I have to beat up that person? Because he laughed at me in a cunning way or something or other." You rationalize your mistake. And the worst is that you repeat your mistake. So if you follow these 3 R's, then you are a bad person. What is the first one? Rejoice your mistakes, rationalize your mistake, and repeat your mistake. So, and who is a good person? Good person is one who recognizes his mistakes. When he does a mistake, he, either because of good counsel or because of something, his own conscience, he recognizes, "Hey, I didn't speak properly." He recognizes his mistake, and then he repents for his mistake. He feels sorry, genuinely sorry, and then he rectifies his mistakes. So Ravana falls in which category? Bad. Why? Because he was not feeling sorry that I stole Sita. He was proudly, he was proud about it. He was rationalizing. I am supposed to be the king of the place. Everybody should be under me. And how many times did he repeat? tomorrow we'll take, in the Sunday feast, we'll take Ravana, because of this stealing nature of the, for this no bad nature, he had 18 curses upon him. 18 people had cursed him. Tum mar ja. 18 people, no, he traveled all over the universe. 18 different people that cursed him. With what? Marja. So if we live our life where we are no accruing curses because of our behavior, what is the use of such life? You may have a golden house, golden Lanka, but it will be like that, what is that king who had a lot of gold with him? Midas. Huh? Gold everywhere, but nothing to enjoy. So Ravana was like that bad person. And if you want not to be in that, then recognize your mistakes or be open when people will tell you that mistakes. Many times, even if somebody is doing japa, if somebody tells us, Prabhu, you're not chanting properly, then we don't accept that. So, especially children also, if somebody corrects them, they say, don't correct me, I am right only. So then we'll not improve. So that's the seventh difference between Ayodhya, Kishkinda and Lanka. Eighth difference is the relationship between the brothers we see. Ram and Bharat. Such love between Ram, Bharat, Lakshman, Shatrughna. And Vali and Sugriva. No? Their love was initially was there. But as soon as one difference opinion came, misunderstanding came, then Vali and Sugriva became enemies. And Ravana and Vibhishana. There was no mistake, but Vibhishana was unnecessarily banished. And apparently there was fighting between these three places. In Chitrakoot there is a place called as Ram Bharat Milap, where both brothers were fighting that you take the kingdom. It was not I will take the kingdom. They are fighting you should take the kingdom. Sometimes it happens between devotees. Two devotees are fighting for Prabhuji, please give me your dust of your lotus feet. Once in our Chowpatty, one devotee was so eager to take dust, he fractured one other devotee's leg only. That you have to put your feet on me. And he was not willing, he just caught him. Real story I've seen. And once one devotee was so eager, he forcefully put that devotee's feet on a plate, brought water, washed it to prove that no, I am the lowest. So Ram and Bharat were fighting, not physically like what I have told, but they were fighting that no, you rightfully own the kingdom. So it is called as Prem Vivad. Out of love there was intense fight. Vali and Sugriva also fought. But they fought because Vali was not ready to give a chance to Sugriva. Sugriva's mistake was also no. Everybody said, "Oh, do you need to be the king? So you come. Okay, you can be king like Bharat." But he started to enjoy facilities. No, so much so that he took wife of Vali also as his wife, and with Tara he was enjoying. And so Sugriva came and saw that Vali came and saw that scene. His head blew off. He said, "What is this? First of all, he blocked me, and then he is enjoying with my own wife." And he never gave him any kind of no. So there was mistakes from both sides. And Ravana, Vibhishana was telling for the betterment of Ravana, but Ravana was so obstinate, arrogant that he banished him. He didn't see. So fights may happen, but fight should be no for the progression of bhakti, not otherwise. So in these three places we'll see that there was relationship issues, but the purpose was different. And the last ninth difference is about leadership. Bharat, how he ruled in absence of Lord Ram. He didn't take any of the facilities, but he performed all his responsibilities. Anybody been to Ayodhya here? Oh, some Mataji there. You been to Ayodhya, Mataji? All time. Just this June I had gone after the new Ram Lalla temple is formed, and then we toured all the old ancient places where all the pastimes happened. So Bharat, he used to stay underground because he felt, how can I sleep at the same level as Lord Ram? And he was sleeping underground. He was taking bath even before anyone came at 2 o'clock in cold 2 a.m. Then doing all this, that he ensured that by the time Ram comes back, the GDP of Ayodhya should increase, all the production, everything should be at a better rate. So that was the ideal leadership of Bharat. Jambavan, is also an example of excellent leadership where he encouraged. Yesterday we discussed how Jambavan, he didn't see that my name will not come. He said whoever has the potential, he should take the baton and he should take the leadership. So we see this example of excellent leadership. And in Lanka, we see how Surpanaka, she motivated Ravana in the wrong direction. Jambavan also motivated Hanuman for the right thing, but Surpanaka, she motivated him by telling all types of false things to Ravana, and said that this is example of modern journalism where information is misrepresented, misquoted, not told the complete truth. So I thought today I'll just delineate these 9 differences between these uh, 3 cities. Ayodhya, a place of Sanskriti, how the behavior of the people is in Ayodhya. Kishkinda, place of Prakriti, like humans, natural between here and there, sometimes good, sometimes bad. And Lanka is a place of Vikriti, where no, everything is superficial, artificial, and for selfishness, they are willing to do anything and everything. So I'll stop here. If any of you have any questions about what we discussed today. So we discussed 5 reasons why Lord Ram comes. Grace, remember that? It forms the acronym called as GRACE, GRACE, to make us understand the Lord's greatness. It's so that we can relate to the struggles. Our struggles becomes very relevant. So many of family issues can be solved just if we understand the how Lord Ram and Lord Krishna lived. So many of national issues can be solved if we just understand properly. So appreciate his devotees, correct our trajectory, and establish. And then finally, these 9 things. If any of you have any questions, we'll take, or else we can have one of the devotees here to kirtan for some time. Haribol.
Thank you for the class. So my question is,
Hare Krishna.
so like going to dhams is recommended. It's recommended. I just want to understand yesterday you were saying every place has a different energy, right? So let's say a person with or without faith goes to any of these places, like what exactly, like what kind of transformation goes through? Like it could be like we are conscious of it, or it might not be. So, uh, in this age and time, like what is the relevance of going to dhams? And I understand that we will be able to connect and appreciate little more, but just want to understand your take on like what transformation happens when a person goes to dhams or visits these places, and what should our mood be? Anything on this topic? Yeah, thank you.
Dhruva Goswami in Nectar of Devotion, when he lists 64 items of bhakti, he says out of 64, 5 are the most powerful. And the first one is Namashray, chanting of the holy names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Second is Bhagavad Shravan, to hear the Bhagavatam. And third is Archa Seva, to worship the deity of the Lord. The fourth is Dham Vas, to stay in a Dham. And the fifth is Tulsi, right? Tulsi Seva is to worship Tulsi Maharani. So, visiting Dham, it's, unless you go at least once, you will not understand the transformation it brings. Like, you can, Prabhupada used to say, proof is in the pudding. Somebody cannot explain to you how sweet is a rasgulla, how it is gulab jamun, till you taste it. So the potency of dham is that the material fever that we have, hankerings that we have, and the attraction we have, immediately starts to get purified because the place is so potent. Dharma kshetre kurukshetra. Even Dhritarashtra was worried that the place is place of dharma. My children, although they were not consciously, there, but still it affects. Of course, if you are consciously there, it is the most helpful. But even if somebody chants unconsciously Hare Krishna, also is benefited. Same way, even without full proper understanding, if somebody visits, there is good chance. But also, if you only see the external, dirt and the dealings that sometimes happen in Vrindavan, you may get, this is where is the dham here. So sometimes the dham may get covered, but therefore best way to go to dham is with our spiritual master or senior Vaishnavas or with their blessings. Nowadays, dhams have become vacation spots. You have time, you go. Yes, you can go, but take permission and try to go with devotees. Else, it's a shopping spot, it's a eating spot. So that shouldn't happen. Okay. Thank you. Yes, Madhuri Prabhu.
Thank you so much for the very nice class. I have a question on that grace acronym, the first one, the greatness of the Lord. I mean, we appreciate the greatness of the Lord, we learn about it, and oftentimes it comes in the way of getting close to Him. Right? But we also don't want to be like sahajiyas, like take Him for granted or like that. So, how to understand like the pure devotees? They forget the greatness of the Lord, like they are so intimate with Him. But how does it play out?
They forget because Krishna wants them to forget. Krishna in that intimacy, if Mother Yashoda remembers, oh, he is the supreme Ishvara, then her service to Krishna will be hampered to feed him. So that Vatsalya Seva will be hampered. Therefore, Krishna wants Mother Yashoda to forget, therefore she forgets. It's not that she wants to forget. You'll see time and again she is recollecting. So therefore, the devotee doesn't want to forget, But for the sake of service, sometimes for the sake of service, the devotee also wants to forget the rasa, the ecstasy that comes. We also, like, we have that story of Uddhava, who was fanning, Uddhava or Garuda, Daruka, who was fanning, and he wanted to know why are these tears coming. We think why are tears not coming, because it was obstructing his vision. So the devotee wants to, the main motto of devotee is how can I serve? If I can serve, and that mood of ability to serve. So Krishna gives. So therefore, the basis of all rasas, it said, is Shanta rasa is the foundation. After Shanta only you can go to Dasya, Sakya, Vatsalya. And what is Shanta ras? That mood of awe and reverence. And Shantaras is compared to the ether element. The sky is not visible, but within the sky, all the elements are there. Earth is there, fire is there, water is there. Same way, in the spiritual realm, all the rasas are within Shantaras. They never cross that boundary. Because the moment we cross that boundary, we come to the material world. Of not going into, not truly respecting Krishna. So the gopis also tend to forget only first because Krishna's that rasa is impeded. So the space is apparently not there in between that because to close. But otherwise, all rasas are, so therefore, as devotees, as sadhaka bhaktas, we should never undermine the position of the Lord. When we go in front of Jagannath, we should remember who is Jagannath, not oh, now I want to be close, so I want to forget all. It's a trick of the mind. So we don't, the holy name we always be very attentively chant, never take it for granted. Okay, thank you. So we'll have some kirtan now. Who will lead the kirtan?
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hare Hare.
एक साथ बोलिए, हरे कृष्णा
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki, Shri Dashara Maha Mahotsav ki, Shri Sita Ramachandra Lakshman Hanuman ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Jai Gaur Premanande. Thank you very much for today. Because afternoon I just wanted to complete the whole thing, so became a little late, but I think that's okay. Prasadam is ready?